quiet train platform edge. Dim speakers crackle softly above the empty metal benches. I hear water dripping somewhere under the concrete stairs. You step out from the shadows, shaking rain from your sleeves. Your eyes find mine like you've been searching a while. Cold air moves between us, gentle but a little unsure. A passing freight rumbles far off, deep and steady. I feel the rails humming lightly under my shoes. You say you almost didn't come tonight after the storm. I say I almost stayed home, staring out the window. The lights overhead flicker, warm in the fog around us. Your breath drips pale in the chill, slow and real. Closer to the yellow line, keeping our voices low. Your shoulder brushes mine with this soft, careful rhythm. A distant horn echoes through the tunnel, low and hollow. The platform holds us in a stillness I don't wanna break. You tell me you've been replaying last week in your head. I nod, hearing the rain gather in the gutters above. You say you miss how easy we used to laugh. I say I miss how you look at me without thinking. The train approaches, lights cutting through the drifting mist. Wind rushes by, lifting your hair against my cheek. You reach for my hand like it's the most natural thing. I feel something settle, calm and warm inside the noise. The doors slide open, spilling soft light on the wet ground. We step in together, quiet, breathing the same new air. Traffic hums under the overpasses. I step out. Neon signs blink slow across the cracked concrete. A warm soda can cools in my hand while I wait. Your footsteps echo sharp between the parked scooters. The air feels thick with engine smoke and music leaks. Some club basement thumps faintly through a steel door. You slide in beside me, hoodie hood half up. Streetlight color shifts on your cheek as you grin. We start walking toward the river, steady and quiet. Loose flyers flutter on the chain link fence beside us. A train shrieks overhead, shaking dust from the beams. You laugh at the sound and tug my sleeve lightly. I tell you I'm tired of pretending I'm fine. You nod slow, shoes scraping against loose gravel. A delivery bike rushes past, horn short and bright. You look back at me like you already knew. By the water, the city reflections break and reform. Red, blue, and pink streaks stretch across the gentle ripples. Cold wind pushes against our jackets and hair. Your shoulder leans into mine with no big effort. I breathe out everything I've been carrying all week. We stand there until the bass fades behind us. A siren sweeps by, then falls into the background. You take my hand like it's the simplest thing. The night settles around us, quiet and neon warm. Quiet and neon warm. Concrete breeze under us in the empty garage. Neon spills sideways through the open railings. Your footsteps echo soft, almost floating in the space. I lean on the metal bar, watching traffic drift below. The city hums like a slow, steady pulse. You stand beside me, hands brushing your hoodie strings. A low breeze curls in, carrying distant car horns. Something quiet settles between us, warm and steady. I watch a billboard flicker blue across your face. You smile small like you're trying not to show it. My chest catches on that gentle little moment. It feels like the whole night shifts a little closer. Your shoulder meets mine with a careful tilt. We say nothing but the silence feels alive. The sky glows faint where the towers cut through. You breathe out slow, and I breathe with you. Circles on the dusty railing. I feel the rhythm of it deep in my ribs. It matches the slow beat of the city outside. You ask if I'm cold, voice low and blurred. I shake my head, though my pulse is shaking. Your laugh lands soft, warm like a streetlight glow. For a second everything holds still around us. We stay there, caught in that wide midnight quiet. Neon bleeding across our clothes like soft pain. Nothing dramatic, nothing loud, just you and me. The night feels steady, honest, and almost bright. Neon washes over the elevated platform tonight. Cold rails vibrate softly beneath our waiting feet. A billboard flickers red, then blue, then white. Your breath mixes with the metal scented air. Trains hum in the distance, low and slow. You lean on the railing, watching the lights profile glowing against drifting ash. You say you like the sound of this place. I'm not feeling the steady pulse around us. Electric shadows slide across your jacket sleeve. Something steady forms between us in silence. The train screeches closer with bright windows passing. Wind pushes my hair across my eyes. You laugh, brushing it back without thinking. Heat moves through me like a quiet signal. Doors open with a soft hydraulic sigh. We don't step in, not yet, just breathe. The platform empties, leaving space that goes behind. Your shoulder touches mine in a small shift. You ask if nights feel different up here. I say they feel sharp, honest and close. Your eyes reflect a line of drifting neon. I hold that look longer than I planned. Another train rumbles somewhere far beneath. We stand still, letting the city keep pulsing. Your hand finds mine with a gentle pull. Everything steady becomes a You smile like it's simple to stay. I smile back, feeling the moment settle. The night around us glows like a promise. The tunnel walls, cold air slips through the cracked window. Your fingers drum lightly on the steering wheel. Each tap feels like a quiet question you won't ask. The city hums under us, slow and steady. Neon signs fade and flicker as we pass. Across your face, soft blues mixing with the red tail lights ahead. I watch the curve of the road pull us forward. The speakers push a slow synth pulse. It settles in my chest with your name warming away. I'm trying not to show. You glance over just a second too long, like you're checking if I'm still here with you. Without thinking, we're stuck somewhere between the glow of the dashboard and my breath. We glide past an empty gas station. It's buzzing lights shiver against the dark. You roll your shoulders back, exhale slow. The sound barely louder than the tires on the asphalt. Tell you the truth in simple pieces. How this moving night feels safer than stopping. How the highway signs look like soft reminders that some things only make sense in motion. Your hand reaches for the volume, then pauses. I see your hesitation in the dim light. Something unspoken hangs between us, clearer than anything on the radio tonight. stretches open in front of us. Quiet, endless, holding every maybe we haven't said. And I stay in this moment with you, breathing the cool dark, waiting for the next turn together. Neon threads ripple across the late night avenue. Your shadow slides beside mine through the warm street noise. Storefront signs blink slow, casting pink on your face. I feel the bass from a passing car shake my wrist. You laugh under your breath like you're testing the air. A delivery bite, words past wheels cutting the dark. I catch the shine on your lips when you turn toward me. Something low and steady rises under my skin. We drift past a shuttered cafe with metal gates down. Your hand grazes mine, quiet but impossible to miss. The city hum wraps around us like a soft engine. I hear our steps fall into the same rhythm. You say you're tired of pretending everything's fine. I know, pulling you closer to the railing. Neon blue washes over your hair as taxis slide by. Your heartbeat finds its own beat against my chest. We stop where the sidewalk dips into a narrow alley. Faint music seeps from a basement bar, muffled and warm. You tilt your head, searching my face for something real. My breath catches slow, pulled straight from the heat of you. Every sun above us blurs into bright streaks of color. The night feels soft, deep, a little electric. I touch your cheek, gentle, letting the moment settle. You lean in, whispering that you don't want the night to end. Cold neon ripples over the top floor parking deck. A faint hum rises from vents near the railing. Your footsteps echo softly on the smooth concrete. The city below buzzes like a restless dream. I lean on the warm metal bar beside you. Wind pushes faint music from a distant rooftop. You tilt your head toward the glowing skyline. Your smile small, almost hidden in the light. Cars weave tiny patterns far under our feet. Their red trails smear across the crowded avenue. You tap a beat on the railing between breaths. I follow it, feeling steady for the first time. Your jacket shifts as you turn close to speak. I catch the low rasp of your late night tone. Something in it lands warm in my chest. Simple words, but they stay longer than headlights. A train slides past a block away, humming low. Its windows blur like moving lanterns over brick walls. You watch it fade, hands slipping into your pockets. I watch you instead, tracing every slow movement. The air tastes like metal and leftover summer. We stand quiet, letting the night settle around us. Nothing heavy, just two people leaning in, letting the city keep time for our breaths. You brush my sleeve, gentle as a passing thought. I feel the touch linger as lights blink overhead. A soft wave of calm washes through the noise, making the moment feel steady, close and real. We stay there, sharing the neon and the hush, letting the rooftop hold whatever this is becoming.
Neon pins glow at the far end of the lane. The air hums low beneath half-broken speakers overhead. Your sneakers scrape lightly as you test your footing. I watch the colors roll across your face. A stray ball thud somewhere behind the divider. We laugh quiet, like the room might echo back. Your hand brushes mine while you reach for chalk. It sends a small spark through the dim air. The city outside is muted through tinted doors. Headlights smear across the glass in slow waves. You nod toward the lane, daring me to try. I feel the weight shift easy in my chest. I roll the ball straight, breathing through the neon haze. It curves last second, kissing the pins off balance. You clap once, soft but sure, like you knew. Your smile leans warm in the flickering light. We sit on plastic seats, still cooling from use. Your shoulder rests closer than it did before. The machine whirs, setting the pins again. Something settles calm beneath all this noise. You tell me you like nights that feel half real. I tell you this one feels like it's holding still. We trade small stories while the scoreboard blinks. Your voice drifts steady, slow and honest. The lights dim further as the staff packs up. We stay anyway, letting the silence stretch outside. The city waves with its restless rhythm. Your fingers link with mine without rush. You tell me you're tired of talking in careful circles. I'm not, because I know the weight of that. A siren drifts by, fading into the white dark. I watch your breath cloud small and unsure. You step closer, hands tucked in your jacket sleeves. The metal rail trembles a little under the breeze. I hear music leaking from a distant rooftop party. It's slow beat, feels like it matches your heartbeat. You say you don't wanna lose this quiet space. I say I don't wanna lose where we're standing now. Your shoulder brushes mine, steady and unhurried. Something warm lifts in my chest before I speak. We look down at headlights swimming through the intersection. Colors smear across the pavement like gentle soaps. You smile in that shy way that feels familiar. The city holds us in a soft neon pocket. We stay there, letting the moment move around us. No rush, no pressure, just the night breathing easy. Your hand finds mine with a so certain squeeze, and the whole scene feels honest enough to keep. Steel rails hum as the elevated train glides above the river. Neon billboards blink against the glass like restless signals. Your shoulder leans close, quiet but certain in the sway. I watch colors smear across your face in soft pulses. City noise fades as we drift through this high corridor. The windows show us floating past towers and empty rooftops. Your fingers tap lightly on your knee, matching the rhythm. Something in that small motion steadies the unspoken question. I tell you I'm trying, voice low like the night around us. You're not the one's eyes falling, reflections sliding by. The train curves wide and silver water appears below. Lights ripple across it, thin and trembling like fresh thoughts. You ask what I want, simple words carried by the motion. I answer slowly, letting each word settle between us. The car rocks gently, and the world feels half suspended. We breathe together, feeling the metal tracks guide us forward. A distant station sign glows blue in the dark sweep. Your hand shifts closer, not touching, just waiting near mine. Air rushes along the doors, cool and steady on our skin. The city stretches below, a maze of flickers and restless roofs. I tell you I'm here, even when the night
Warm dusk settles over an old riverside deck. Faint orange ripples shimmer against the wooden planks. I hear your shoes scrape lightly as you walk closer. The air holds a slow heat, soft on my skin. Boats drift by with low engines, humming steady. You lean on the railing, shoulders easing down. I stand beside you, feeling the quiet stretch. Your breath mixes with the water's calm rhythm. A gull cries once and fades into the distance. You smile like you're remembering something tender. I ask what it is, keeping my voice easy. You say it's nothing, but your eyes tell more. Shadows lengthen under the bridge nearby. We watch the colors sink deeper into the river. Your hand brushes mine, just a small warm slide. I feel my chest open in a slow rising glow. You mentioned dinner lights flickering across the shore. I laugh and say we've got time to stay here. Your arm nudges mine as the water darkens. The moment moves quiet but sure between us. Wind picks up gently, carrying a hint of salt. You tuck a loose strand of hair behind my ear. The world narrows down to your touch. In the dusk, I lean closer, feeling the night lean back. Stars blink on one by one above the river span. You say this feels like a small promise beginning. I'm not letting the warmth settle deeper inside. Nothing rushes us, not the water, not the light. Mist floats low outside the small record shop window. Evening rain slides down the glass in thin quiet lines. A dim lamplight pulls over the counter and our hands. Your sleeve brushes mine as a soft scent hums overhead. You lean closer, asking if I remember this chorus. I nod, feeling the warmth of your voice in the gray air. The floor creaks gently as someone leaves with a clatter. Then the door shuts and the room settles around us. We stand near the listening booth, not quite touching. Your smile flickers like the neon sign across the street. I hear the rhythm thump through the thin wooden walls, slow and mellow, like it's breathing with the rain. You tell me your day felt heavy and strangely distant. I watch your eyes search the drifting shadows near the shelves. I wanna say something simple that feels like shelter, but the words move slow, caught somewhere in my chest.
So I gestured to the speaker and let the track play louder. A soft beat rising, warm against the cool misty air. You close your eyes for a moment and breathe in deep. The quiet lifts a little, almost enough to change us. We walk toward the back where the lamplight fades. Your shoulder stays close, steady in the dim room outside. Cars hiss through puddles along the narrow street inside. The Sims wrap around us like a low drifting tide. You look at me then, calm and unhurried, and in that small pause the whole evening feels lighter. Harbor edge tonight, boats rock gently, ropes tapping in a soft rhythm. Your hood is pulled low, breath drifting in the cool air. I stand beside you, listening to water slap the pier. Street lamps shimmer in long lines across the tide. Gulls cry once, then fade into the gray distance. You nudge my shoulder, asking if I'm still with you. I nod slow, feeling the damp chill settle on my sleeves. We walk toward a rustic gate, near the loading crates. Metal clanks under our steps, echo in the mist. Your laugh slips out, small but warm in the empty space. I catch it, hold it like a secret I needed to hear. The harbor wind rises, brushing salt against our faces. You stop at the railing, watching lights blur on the water. Stand close enough to feel your quiet shift of breath. Something easy forms between us, steady and unforced. A distant horn sounds low and trembling through the dark. You lean your elbows on the rail, tapping a slow rhythm. I match it without thinking, letting the moment stay simple. No big promises, just the soft pulse of being here. entrance of the parking ramp. Soft echo of tires sliding somewhere in the dark. Your steps come slow beside me on the concrete. Drip of rain falls through a crack in the ceiling. We stand under a flickering strip of pale light. You push your hood back, breath hanging like smoke. I trace a small puddle with the tip of my shoe. The water shifts gently, catching silver shadows. You ask if I'm okay, voice quiet in the hollow air. I nod but feel the truth pressing in my chest. A low rumble rose from a distant passing car. Its taillights fade red across the damp wall. We lean against a cool pillar, shoulders almost touching. Your hand brushes mine, soft and sure waiting. The moment settles heavy but strangely calm, like the world above us pause for just a beat. I smell rain drifting in from the open rim. It mixes with the dust and the faint oil scent. You laugh a little, barely there, a warm break. I feel something shift, gentle as a turning key. My pulse slows, catching the rhythm of the drips. The gray air wraps around us, steady and slow. I look at you, your face lit in broken light. Your eyes steady on me, patient and clear. We stay like that, quiet in the underground haze. The city muffled above the night, moving soft. Something honest finds space between our breaths, and I let it land. Simple and real with you here. Neon washes over the empty rooftop deck. Cold metal rails echo each shift of my hands. The city hums below like a quiet pulse. You step close, breath mixing with the night air. I hear a siren fade somewhere down the avenue. Your sneakers scrape lightly on the concrete floor. A plane blinks red against the heavy sky. You ask if I'm still holding on the same way. I lean back, feeling the wind pull at my jacket. Your face glows soft in a spill from a billboard. Everything moves out there, but stay still up here. I tell you it's harder to hide in this kind of life. Slide along the distant bridge. Your shoulder brushes mine like a small reminder. My heart catches on the rhythm of the city noise. I ask if you remember how it felt last winter. You're not slow, eyes drifting over the high-rise lights. A quiet settles between us, warm and a little sharp. The night seems to wait for whatever we choose. And I breathe in, steady hoping you hear it. You reach for my hand without saying a word. Heat spreads quickly through the cool rooftop air. The skyline blurs slightly as I look back at you. And something simple opens in the neon glow. The wind shifts again, carrying a low bass thump. Some party far below where strangers move and shout. But up here it's just our steps in the dark to people holding on in the shimmer of the city. Bright signs blink over the crowded arcade floor. Game sounds bounce around our sneakers. You nudge me closer to the glowing console. Warm laughs sliding through all the noise. My fingers tap fast on the plastic buttons. You lean in, calling out my next move. The screen flashes pink when we hit the bonus. Small victory cheering in our chests. Colored lights shimmer across your cheek. Your smile feels quick, kinda little daring. I hear coins clatter somewhere behind us. Everything buzzing like it wants us to stay. We grab sodas from a humming cooler. Cold cans brushing our hands in the rush. You tilt yours toward mine for a tiny toast. Bubbly fizz rising between our breaths. We drift toward the dance machine in the corner. Bass thumping bright under our feet. Your steps bounce easy as the arrows light up. I jump in trying to match your rhythm. Your laughter rings sharp over the speakers. My shoes slide but you catch my sleeve. We move closer without thinking. Colors spilling around us in quick flashes. Crowds swirl but never break our circle. The music lifts us into something weightless. I feel your hand steady my shoulder. Everything's sweet as a sudden wind. When the final track hits its last shimmer, we stand breathless in the pulsing glow. Your eyes meet mine through the fading neon. Simple, warm, like we already know the score. Arcade lights blink softly above our heads tonight. The machines were steady while kids shout in the back. You lean on the air hockey table, watching the score glow blue. I tap the puck lightly just to hear you laugh. Sweet melodies float from the prize counter speaker. Your sleeve brushes my hand like it's no big deal. I catch your smile in the blinking red scoreboard. A quick spark that makes the whole room feel warm. We drift toward the claw machine by the far wall. Its glass reflects
takes us in little shaky colors. You point at a cotton candy bear in the corner, saying it looks like something I'd keep forever. I nudge you closer, coins rattling in my pocket. The claw drops with a soft clink through the stuffed pile. For a second everything goes quiet except your breath. Close enough that I feel it on my cheek. The bear slips free and falls right into place. You cheer, bright and surprised, almost boyish. I pick it up and hold it between us gently, like I'm handing you the rest of my night. Outside the parking lot hums with distant engines. Neon from the sign ripples across your face. You walk beside me, swinging the bear playfully, and the cool air feels easy around us both. I don't say much, just follow your steady steps. Every moment lands soft, simple, sugary, sweet. Like this bubbly bright space we made by accident, and I hope it lasts a little longer.
Orange streaks slide across a rooftop pool at sunset. Warm music bounces off the glass towers around us. You tilt your head, trying to hear the scent drops. Water ripples like patterns across your shoulders. I shift closer, sneakers tapping soft on the deck. Your laugh pops bright like little sparks in the air. A breeze lifts your hair just enough to notice. You tap my wrist, telling me to follow the beat. Crowds moving loops, glitter catching on their sleeve. Someone splashes and the echo mixes with the bass. You say the view feels like a secret fireworks show. I nod because I feel the same quick pull. We drift toward the railing, city lights starting to glow. Your fingers brush mine, tiny and sure in the noise. Cars below draw slow ribbons through the fading heat. You lean in, asking if I hear the rhythm change. The track swells up, bright and sparkling through the speakers. Your smile flashes, playful as the chorus hits. I feel it jump through my chest, warm and electric. You tug my sleeve and we spin into the crowd. Our steps slide easy, almost floating in the color. Every move feels like a small promise. We both know the sky deepens purple over the rooftop edge. You say this moment shines louder than the city tonight. I breathe it in, the lights, the sound, the pure rush. And I tell you I'm right here, moving with you. Colored bulbs pulse over the river, Riverside fairground stalls.
Warm music floats out from a spinning ride nearby. You nudge my shoulder as tickets crinkle in your hand. I laugh quick, feeling the night open around us. Crowds drift slow past cotton candy, clouds of steam. Kids shout bright as the carousel rings its bell. You point upward at paper lanterns shaking in wind. Their soft glow brushes your cheeks in little flashes. We walk closer, sneakers tapping on wooden planks. Water ripples dark under the shaky pierboard gaps. You lean in asking if I hear the distant drums. They echo lightly like footsteps trying to find us. You do a playful spin, almost losing your head. I catch it fast and we both crack up hard. The whole place feels like a tiny movie. Our lines overlapping easy. Natural rhythm. A vendor hands us candied fruit on short sticks. Your smile widens as sugar glints in the lights. I take a bite, then you steal the rest. Your laugh pops louder than the game booth chimes. We wander past stuffed bears hanging in crooked rows. Your fingers brush mine, gentle as drifting confetti. I feel a quick spark run down my arm. Nothing big, just warm enough to notice. You stop near the railing, facing the slow river. Lantern reflections waffling along yellow streaks. You whisper something soft I barely catch, but the sound settles calm in my chest. I stand close hearing the fair's hum behind us. Bright lights blink steady like they're keeping time. In this small moment, everything feels sweet and light. But the sound settles calm in my chest. Steam rises off inside the late night laundromat lights. The dryer spins slow, humming like a half-forgotten song. Misty heat fogs the glass facing the empty parking lot. Lean on the folding table, tapping your fingers quietly outside. Drizzle softens every shape beyond the doorway. A car rolls past with a muted splash in the puddles. Your hair glints faint in the buzzing fluorescent glow. Something fragile hangs between us in this warm, damp room. I watch the water slide down the window's inner edge. Your breath clouds the air as you shift closer to me. The metal machines shake a little, steady like a heartbeat. The whole place feels tucked away from the restless city. You tell me you've been tired of holding things in. Your voice blends with the soft rumble around us. I nod, letting the warmth settle into my shoulders. The moment feels real enough to stay here a while. Rain gathers again, tapping gentle on the thin roof. Your sleeve brushes mine as you reach for the basket. My pulse stirs in a quiet way I can't hide. You smile like you feel it too, small but certain. We stand close, listening to the last cycle winding down. The wet season air sneaks in from the cracked doorway. I feel the night slow stretch wide beyond our stairs. Somehow this misty hush makes everything easier to say.